once I was older, I found out who I was when I was 16 through a boy that I went out with me, was Eric, and he was like God's gift to me at the time because he was my first. So he kind of showed me, how to be in love, because he didn't just have me and things like these kids do nowadays. He got in there, he wanted to be lovers. First he started his best friends, he wanted to be lovers. Now the complication part comes in as far as my mother, because my mom was a cop, my father was a cop, and he was very strict, and you know how cops are, they're all men supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, and my mother was just a country girl, a little country girl from North Carolina, and he was my dad from South Carolina, and he was also my stepfather. He was my stepfather, not my real dad.
Okay.
So that was even harder for me because coming out to them was just like really crazy and how that happened, because one day when I cut school, because this is when I learned about the village, and I went to the village every day. So, and I came in from the village, and it was kind of late, so, and I came to the door, and my mother asked me what I was doing. I was like, I'm just hanging out. And then I had put my book bag on, sitting up on my bed. Listen, it's standing up on the bed. I don't know how I had it, but it was standing up on my bed. So when I came back, when I came back in the room, my book bag was knocked over with my books on the floor, and she had this flyer in her hand, which I don't know how I put this fucking flyer in my bag, but I put the flyer in my bag. But she got a hold of the flyer, and she's like, "So what's this?" I'm like, and I'm young, like I said, I was 16, so I'm young. Yes, I said, a friend asked me to hold it, so I don't know, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Wow.
And I was like, my friend asked me to hold it, and she's like, we need to talk. So I'm sitting there, because I always hear her say, because, when I was watching Dynasty on Wednesdays, and Dynasty, they had a gay place in Stephen Compton. And I had a big crush on Stephen Compton. But I heard my mother say, as you watching it, Lord, if my son was ever gay, I'll kill him. I say this all the time. So that's when she said, yeah, I'm talking. I'm like, scared, because I'm like, okay. So now, so I thought it was just going to be me and her, but she decided to go through the house and wake everybody up.
Wow.
My brothers, she woke up all of them, and my stepfather, and sat them in the living room so I could talk to them. So I'm like, so I'm like, so now I'm sitting in front of them, and then she's like, well, here aren't you? So it took me a minute, and I was like, yeah, and so the room got silence. My stepfather was first to jump up to my arm, and then he went on the bed and went to sleep. So he was simple. He was simple. Well, in the beginning he was simple. I thought he was, because he said, I knew it and went to bed and went to sleep. But my mother, she took the blow to her, and so I asked her, like, how did you find out? Because you could have just asked me because you saw a flyer. So she said that my father's friend, who's a cop, saw me at a club, and he told my father that he saw me at the club. So I'm like, did you just tell me? So what did you do in the club?
Wow.
I've been like, what are you doing in the club? It was a long time, so my mother cried for 3 days. She cried for 3 days and kind of got over it, and then I hit it with the 1990 with the Kwamisha thing. That went to another level. And I came, at the Kwamisha thing.
Wow.
So, well.
And how did
So,
what clubs were you going to after that? You know what I mean? How did you, how was the club scene for the gays back then?
You know what? The first club I went to in my regular club was Newtown 43.
Oh, yes, legend. Yes.
Yes, and I used to love Renee. And
wow.
She read the shit out of me one time. That was crazy. The only people that's going to remember this are people like Moandavia, Mahogany, Stephanie Evans, I remember, because she always tried with me with it. But all that happened is I was done 43, and at the time I was also an artist, a young artist. You know, a lot of kids didn't know that, but I was in the studio making album, you know, a single. Well, I was working on my album, but I did a single, and the single is called "Instruction Mission." Don't try it, bitch. But anyway, it was called Paranoid. Paranoid. So, and I got up there, you know, and I told her I wanted to do it, you know, when they were in the town 42. And she said, okay. And, you know, and they let me give it a mic, you know, and I sang it, you know, with the music and everything, too, you know. So, when I, you know, and I got to sing, get some paranoid, and whatever, and really, this bitch went grab, she got like, paranoid. Yes, he was paranoid, and they fell out in there. And Stephanie Ebony never lets me live that down. She always thought of being cute, you know, and saying it, you know, but it's fine. You know, but I mean, I had fun years, you know, in the ballroom scene. I really did, and that's why I haven't left it yet. Cause, you know, everybody, you know, some people, well, some of my kids ask me why I still participate. It's, you know, it's kids attack you and, you know, and you know, and reading and stuff like that. I said, because at the end of the day, I know the truth. If it was the truth, that's when it would affect me. But because I know it's not going to affect me. Right. Why would it? You know what I'm saying? If some of that if any of that is true, you know, I would be hurt because I feel like, oh shit, it got out. But when something like is not true like that, it kind of just makes me stronger and gets me ready for whatever else might come out of their damn mouth. So, like now, nothing can hurt me now, honestly. Nothing they say can hurt me, right? You know, nothing. There's really nothing you can do, you know, to say to me that can really hurt me now because I done did all of that. I remember walking there one time and they would literally chop me just to chop me. Wow. You know, and I know I brought it because I've been in the scene long enough to bring it. How I not know how to bring it? Is you crazy? You know what I'm saying? That at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I've seen that, and it's not like I didn't acknowledge that. Of course I acknowledge it. Even pushing Ms. Johnny, even, you know, reaching to me like, they always keep saying, I was like, you're the lady today because I'm in here for me. I'm in here to have a good time. I'm in here because my kids are in here. It doesn't matter. It's not going to stop me from walking. It's not going to stop me from doing what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? And like I told, you know, Don, you know, and that's what you should always learn from me. Learn that from me. Don't let anybody stop you from having fun. You know what I'm saying? No matter how they come at you, overshine that. Because that's them, they got a personal issue with themselves. Right. They feel threatened somehow, somewhere, and they feel that we need to keep him down here. So let's keep on. However, in a way, they didn't stop me from keep coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to come because I didn't come from you. I didn't come to get attention from you. Fuck you. I came because I want a battle. I like competition. I want a battle. I want that bitch to know that I was in the building. You don't want it. And no matter what they just did to me, you know, bitch, I tore you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and that's all that matters to me. And that's what I try to instill in a lot of my kids. Even the new kids that walk today. You know what I'm saying? Stop worrying about the score. Fuck that score. You're going there because you like to battle. Eat hot. If nobody else in there, if the judge doesn't acknowledge you ate her, you know, and that bitch knows you ate her. She knows that she got off by luck, you know, which many did when I had walked. But I know for a fact I should have gotten over many of them. But at the end of the day, I'm not the judge. That's their an opinion, because that's all it is to me, is an opinion. Because in the back of my mind, like, if you don't even want this category, so I know you don't want it, but you're judging me, you chop me, like, you can really handle this category. Really? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Really, really. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have a girlfriend that wanted for me. You just stupid, you know, like, you know. And I always felt like that. I just felt like I've always been overlooked because whatever. I really don't really know the reason. You know, I really don't know the reason. And now, at this age, I don't really give a fuck about the reason. My thing is, really, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this. You know what I'm saying? When I feel like walking, I'm going to walk and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? That's all it's about. You know what I'm saying? even now, being running a house. Oh my God. Running a house is not even the same anymore. That's why it's so hard to even bring out a new house, or even put out a house, or even get an old house and rebuild it, because everybody's stuck on the same names.
Okay.
And that is another thing that's so political to me. They're stuck on the same names. They're not even willing to look beyond that. You know what I'm saying? Like, back then, all type of houses came out because you was willing to see what's popping. You wanted something new. These kids don't want nothing new. They're not going to stay the same when it comes to houses. And I like it. So that's why I became Father Omni, and I love being Father Omni. But I also realized that being Father Omni, or being the father of a house today, Omni or any other house, you have to really do some shit to really get it where you want it to be.
Right.
And I ain't ready to go to jail yet. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay. Because
I ain't ready to go to jail yet. It ain't that goddamn serious for me. And especially at 48, I'm not getting 2 days. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I look at that. So my thing is like, when they want to be an Omni, you come to me, because at the end of the day, it's an iconic house. And there ain't too many of those. There ain't too many of those. And what made you want to fall into a house where it's like 1,000 of the same people, the same category that you walk, is the Omni, because you don't get no life being among 10,000 of them. So, you know what I'm saying? Common sense to join the house that I'm having, because the name stands out with you. You know, but they don't think like that. They like think, oh, my girlfriend's in the house, my mother's in the house, my sister. No. It's okay for that to happen, but sometimes you want to know that you won because of you.
wow.
When he told you that Lionel won, I never won it because of any favor to me, because like I said, they always tried to shade me. So, any time that I won, and I won plenty, it was never because I had a girlfriend, because I don't have girlfriends in the ballroom.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I have good kids, I have good family, but I don't have no girlfriends in the ballroom. So I got mine earned, and I got it through every house I was in. I got it when I was the Prestige, Infinity, Revlon. I whooped it in Revlon. I won sex out and never lost. I never lost it, and I always walked it, and I always won runway. For some reason, I get to New York, I just scored like I just started walking. I go out of state, I win it dropping it down. I won grand prize 3 times back to back, cash and trophy. But I get to New York, now they act like I don't know how to walk. Get the fuck out of here. I'm like, and like I said, it's very political with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, and I stopped trying to figure these motherfuckers out. I just started, doing it for me now. I got to do it for me, because if I start trying to figure out why these niggas, are not getting into it, it ballroom-wise, you know what I'm saying, what I've done and what I can do and what, shit like that, I'd be crazy, you know what I'm saying? I would really walk around feeling some type of way about myself. Like, I ain't shit. Like, this ever ain't so plain. I ain't think about that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I love me. You know what I'm saying? And I just wish the others would learn to appreciate and love me instead of trying to go after me. Stop going after me.
Do you feel like, that shade is, it could take you on a wrong road or path, if it's not given to you properly in the ballroom scene?
So one time, let me make sure I answer right.
You know how you say, a lot of people, they had you feeling a certain type of way. Do you feel that that's another one of the issues that, is kind of like bringing ballroom down? It's about, the shade, making you feel less than yourself. Once you come in the game, your standards and your self-confidence is high, and everyone gives you their opinion. You're like, I don't feel good about myself anymore.
That won't happen. But, you know what I'm saying, I can tell you where it all started from, being that, that I do remember clearly where it all started from. It all started with when I brought out Baby Sinclair. That's kind of where it all started.
Right. Shout out to Baby Sinclair.
Which is my son, adopted son, you know what I'm saying? He's been my son for years. So when I brought out Baby Sinclair, and the rumors started circling, you know what I'm saying? Baby Sinclair is my lover, and then we started circling there. that I abused him. It was a lot going on, being said about me that people really didn't take the time out to get the scoop from me.